All right, so welcome to the first installment of Sanity with Sam. I am the least likely person to be leading anything like this. I am crazy 90% of the time, and with the whole coronavirus thing, it's even worse. It's been exacerbated. And so, what I'm hoping to provide you guys with is just some techniques and tools that you can use, um, even if it's just 15 minutes to slow down, if you're holding yourself to this whole YouTube live stream thing, or just 15 minutes whenever you're ready. So, what we're going to do today is really kind of get back to the roots of what yoga is as a way to meditate. I have a really hard time sitting still. And so part of what has helped me is bringing in that movement through yoga. And when we think of yoga, I think we oftentimes think of, the very performative poses and the warrior twos and the balances. But we're going to kick it back to basics because that is what we all need right now. And so you'll be moving tiny, tiny bits, but not too much. So what I'll have you do is come to any comfortable surface. If you can lay down, I definitely recommend laying down. And then know that you don't really need to watch me here, okay? So you can still do this just by listening to the sound of my voice. But you'll find constructive rest. And lying back, bringing your feet onto the ground, knees pointing up towards the ceiling, and then letting your hands come to wherever they're comfortable. If you prefer to sit into a chair, sit in a chair, you're absolutely welcome to do that. And then maybe you close your eyes. And if closing your eyes doesn't feel good, you can just soften your gaze. And so know you're welcome to shift. You're welcome to move and adjust at any point. But for now, just kick up the breath. So it's a full breath in through the nose, fill the chest, the belly, maybe even the throat. And a long breath out through the mouth. Do that 2 more times. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Last one here. Find that deep breath in through your nose. And then a nice, even exhale through the mouth. And then you get to feel your feet on the ground. And just start to notice. So I know here the city of Woburn is clearly not slowing down on their street sweeping. So I get the sound of the street sweeper. The sound of the baseboard heater next to my head. And a cat meowing. And so you notice what you hear in your space. Maybe there's kids playing or dogs barking. And you can use sound as an anchor throughout this meditation. So your focus doesn't always have to remain on the breath. If it's easier for you to focus on sound, you do that. The other thing you might focus on if sound or breath aren't holding your attention is sensation. So really noticing the feeling of your body on the ground or in your chair. And letting that act as your anchor. And so in your constructive rest or in your chair, you'll just start to lift up the right toes. Flex your right toes back towards your face. And then drop them down. And then do that again. Flexing the right toes back towards your face. And then dropping them down. And do that one more time on the right side. Toes lift up, heel can stay on the mat. And then dropping them back down. Do that on the left side. Let your left toes flex up towards your face. And drop them back down. And you keep with that. And so you notice how it feels to move the foot. Going at your own pace. Noticing if it feels a little shaky to bring it up or down. And then switch back to the right. Right toes lift. Right toes down. Left toes lift. Left toes down. Start to bring your knees together. And let your feet come out to the outside edges of your mat if you're on the ground. If you're in a chair, you'll just bring the knees out a little bit wider. And then dipping the right knee in towards center. And then the left knee in towards center. And so you start to notice how that feels in the hips, just to rock the knees from side to side. And you give yourself about 5 full breath cycles here. And so again, you might be focusing on sensation in the body, feeling the movements as one knee dips. And then as the second knee dips. You might really notice and feel your breath here. You might continue to tap into any sounds that you're hearing in the room. And if ever something doesn't feel good, just let yourself stop so you're not under any obligation to take any of these movements. In fact, you might find you want to just stay still. Next time your knees are back through center, go ahead and pause, heel toe the feet a little bit closer together. And then start to lift the right leg up. So you're straightening the leg. You might adjust a little to feel the tailbone root down. And then just roll out through the ankle. And notice how that feels to roll out through the ankle. You might take it the opposite way. Pointing and flexing through the toes. If that feels good, just take a couple more breaths here. Really keep it simple. And there can be absolute chaos happening around you. But know that you can find a little bit of quiet, a little bit of solace within yourself. When you're ready, you'll bring the right foot down. Start to take that to the left side. Left leg lifts up. You can bend the knee. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It might feel good in the hamstrings to straighten it a little bit more. And then just feel that out. Some rolls out through the left ankle. Always coming back to your anchor. The sounds, the sensations, the breath. Maybe you even choose something else as you point and flex through the left toes. And then as you're ready, bring the left foot down. Your feet can come back to the mat. Just take a couple breaths here to feel that grounded sensation. Maybe even in through the nose again. And out through the mouth. Notice stillness. Notice breath. Notice your body on the ground. When you're ready, bring your arms down by your side. You'll just take some gentle movements in the shoulders, letting your arms go up overhead. And then bringing them back down by your sides. And you'll do that again at your own pace. You'll just keep moving. Arms will go up. Maybe you reach through the fingertips. You might even linger there if that feels good. And then bringing the arms back down. And take that a couple more times, again at your own pace. just feeling the shoulders. And you can even feel the shoulder blades maybe pressing against the ground or guiding into the back of your chair. And the next time your arms are at top, just pause and then goal post your arms out by your side. So you bend your elbows, bring them out, and then bring the arms straight back up overhead. Bend the elbows, arms come out like goalposts. And then inhale them right back up overhead. And do that one more time, elbows splay out. And then bring your arms up overhead. Start to reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. You'll pause there, roll out the wrists. Again, you can go clockwise, you can go counterclockwise, whatever movements feel good here. And then bring your arms back down by your sides. If it felt better to have your hands rest on your belly, you're welcome to that. Palms can face up or down. And then just start to turn your head from side to side, rocking your head to the left, back through center, and dropping your head to the right, and back through center, to the left, and center, to the right, and center. And you can take that a couple more times. Always coming back to what anchors you. And just a couple more times through that. When you're ready, you'll let yourself stop moving and settle into a position that's most comfortable for you. So that might mean you stay on the ground, feet to the mat. You could always bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees splay out. Or if it feels good, you might even roll up into a little ball and take the fetal position, which I think is a position that we're all seeking out these days. And so you've got just a couple more minutes here to sit. A couple more minutes just to be. And so you notice the strength that's there. Knowing that strength doesn't always require action or a whole lot of movement. But knowing that your body is getting a whole lot more from being still, from focusing on something that anchors you, even if it changes from moment to moment and from breath to breath. Just knowing that that's very much the nature of life. And so you let things change and shift around you. And just be here. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Bring some gentle movements back in through the body. You might roll to one side if you're still lying on your back. And then as you're ready, you'll press your way back up to a seat if you're not already there. Letting your eyes stay closed or your gaze soft, you'll take another breath in from a seat. And stay through the exhale. Your arms might go up as you blink your eyes open on a breath in. Exhale to bring your hands through heart center. And you just meditated for 15 minutes.